How much are you gonna charge for that gorgeous set of stiletto nails? Here is the situation. Your client walks in, of course, with this beautiful picture because that set of nails is insanely amazing. She wants it exactly. You try to convince her, hey, let's use the nails that you've got now. She says no. She wants that set exactly how she sees it. Beautiful stilettos. And then on a few of the nails, we've got some very interesting nail art. We've got some ombre as a background with that beautiful, gorgeous, reflective nail art, and then all that encased in acrylic. Now, what she doesn't realize is this is gonna cost her a little bit of coin. How much exactly? This I do not know, but as you know, we've got somebody here that understands how to price these products. Her name is Tracey Ryerson. Tracey, will you guide us through this process?
Working with you is like a bad musical all the time.
This set of nails is pretty ridiculous. Like, as you and I were scrolling through Instagram, it popped out. It's very clean, it's very beautiful.
Stunning.
It's stunning. Yeah. The whole set together looks good. And then these look like a little bit extra longer set of stilettos, correct?
Yeah, they are like full form.
Yes.
Full form stilettos, we'll call it.
But they look really good. They look really good.
They do.
And she's got some interesting art underneath. Talk to us about that and what you're gonna do.
So she has a little dimensional going on one nail, and the other nail, she kind of has this really soft ombre.
Yeah.
And then she has, you know, some dimensional glitter over the top. So I think she probably did it with like core white and acrylic, but we're gonna change it up. We're gonna do it a little different, a little quick, really quick way of doing it. So I'm kind of excited to try it.
Yeah, and we'll see what it looks like.
We'll see what happens.
Actually, I don't see any test subjects around here, so this is really going to be you trying it.
It's really going to be on the fly.
Good. That makes it interesting. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it!
Let's start with what we're going to be using. We're going to be using our Young Nails liquid, Cover Pink acrylic, Speed Clear acrylic. We're going to be using silver glitter, Waterfall glitter, In Love confettis. We have our Young Nails airbrush gun. And then the paint color we'll be using is white. And that is all the items we'll be using. Let's get started. Okay, so I've went ahead and prepped the nails. If you need to see how to prep nails, we have several videos that you can look at. I went ahead and put the form on. Our form is nice and pinched in the shape of our stiletto. It's almost over exaggerated. We really want to make sure it goes nice and into that point. We want to go ahead and pinch it nice and tight all the way through that body and all the way through so it's nice and to a point. Let's go ahead and start with the middle nail. The middle nail, we're gonna kind of do a dimensional nail. We're gonna be using our Speed Clear. We're gonna be using our silver glitter, our waterfall glitter. We're going to be using those In Love confettis. But when it comes to these, I've already taken them and I've cut them in half, just with nippers. So I don't want the heart shape, but I do like to make them just kind of like random shapes by cutting them. We're not gonna mix our glitters. We're actually gonna use the glitter straight out of the pot, which you can do, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Grab our liquid, table towel, and our acrylic brush. Okay, we're gonna grab ourselves a good amount of clear. We're gonna put it out on the form. Okay, and we're just gonna build ourselves a free edge. We're gonna make sure that we're pushing it out, making sure it's connecting to the sidewalls. I'm kind of dragging it up to that point. Same thing here, pushing it to my sidewalls, connecting it, dragging it to a point, push and drag. Now we didn't get it all the way to the tip, but that's okay. We're just gonna grab another pearl, smaller pearl, just a little bit of it, and then we're just gonna put it out here. And I wanna make sure that I bring that clear all the way out to the point. Even if you're not gonna make them this long, for shaping purposes and for it to look right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it all the way out and past this tip. So I want you to grab your glitters. We're also gonna grab our little cut up pieces of In Love. Grab a little bit of wet acrylic. I'm gonna place it on the nail. Nice and thin. And then as we go, we're gonna pick up some of that glitter and place it in random spots. And again, you can totally use loose glitter this way. Pick up a little more clear, place it there. I'm gonna pick up one of those In Loves, set it in. And we're just gonna keep on doing this. Again, I'm using very little clear. It's just giving me a wet surface to stick the product into. And as we keep going, we're layering. So I'm gonna kind of go over the glitter that I've put down and keep on adding more. It's kind of the same concept as we do with gel. We do that layering. We're gonna do that with acrylic. Go ahead and let's see, I think I want a little bit of the glitter at the tip. Nice and wet, and do the silver and just kind of drag it through very lightly. I want to be able to see clear spaced through. Once we kind of have the look that we're going for, we're going to go ahead and cap and get our strength in the clear. Okay, so now we're going to get that strength and that upper arch with our clear. So we're going to grab a good size pearl. We're going to go ahead and place it towards the cuticle area and then cap everything in. Working it down towards the stress area. Once I kind of have it to the stress area, I kind of just lightly pull it through, and that way I'm keeping that bulk of the product there where I need it. Grab ourselves another pearl. Now remember, we're doing stilettos. This takes a lot more time and it takes a lot more product. So we're just gonna keep on adding until we have all the strength that we need. Now we need to make sure that we're covering that very tip with some acrylic. Gonna place it there. Again, I'm gonna pull it all the way to that point, making sure we have a nice strong tip that won't crack or break. At this point, I wanna take a look at the side point of view of the nail, because we talk about this all the time. When you're looking from the top, it'll look really strong, like you have plenty of product. Turn it to the side and you'll see exactly where you're missing product. So let's turn it to the side, and I can see right here, I don't have enough clear, I don't have enough strength. So I need to add some right there. Grab ourselves a nice size pearl to fill it in. And we're just gonna place it right here. Go through. And I think, looking at the side of it, we have plenty of product. Let's move on to the next now. Before we move on, we get asked a lot about when to pinch, if pinching is necessary. When you're working with something this long, we're going way off the chart as far as ratio. Normally we have this certain ratio to length. I always say it's 51% nail bed, and then 49% can be length. You always want a little more nail bed than you do length of the nail. Now when we're doing a stiletto, we're blowing that way out of the water. So we're way past the 51, 49%. So we have to build ourselves a C curve. Now when I'm dealing with a nail this long with this much artwork, I might get to the next nail, get a couple pieces of product in there, and then I need to come back with that magic wand and I need to pinch. And what that's going to do is it's gonna put a nice C curve into the nail. I even like to take my fingers and kind of pinch all the way through the body. What that does, again, it's gonna build a nice C curve, and what a C curve does is it builds strength. If you build a flat stiletto, it's going to break. You have to get a good curve in it. So we're ready to do this next finger. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out our Cover Pink acrylic. I'm gonna grab our liquid and brush again, our table towel, and we're gonna start by adding our nice small shelf, our extension. Okay, so let's grab ourselves a good amount of Cover Pink like we did with the clear. And this is what we're going to do our extension with. Okay, let's place it on the form. We're gonna push it up to that sidewalls again. Make sure those are nice and attached. Pushing through, attaching it, and then pulling it again to the tip. Now, when you're working with a nail of this length, don't expect to be doing this in one or two pearls. You're going to be doing multiple pearls. I'm gonna grab a little bit more, pull it through that tip, all the way out to that point. Again, even if you're not going to go that long, I want you to pull it out to that very tip. This is really gonna help you in your shaping. One more little dot up there just to make sure I got it. Okay, I'm missing a spot right there. I want to make sure when I'm doing a form that I am attaching to that sidewall. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of acrylic. Make sure that's attached right there. Put it up, through. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of that pink. And we're gonna put that on the body of the nail. All the way through. Now here's the trick. We're actually going to airbrush the white part. I'm not gonna do the ombre with acrylic. So even though we have a very thin shelf, we have no strength, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my gun. We're gonna spray some white and then we're gonna cap it in clear. Okay, let's grab our airbrush gun. I'm gonna grab our white paint, give it a nice shake, and add a couple drops to the well of the gun. It's not gonna take much, a couple drops, and we're good to go. Okay, I'm just gonna take it, spray it up. Now she did a very light, soft look, so we're not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna spray it a little bit more up there, just so you don't see this part where it breaks from the natural nail. And we're good. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, we finished spraying our ombre. We're gonna go ahead and pull out our Speed Clear, our two glitters, Waterfall and Silver. Grab our brush and our liquid. We're gonna do our little glitter fade through and then cap and clear to get our strength. Go ahead and grab our clear just a little bit. We're just, again, making the surface wet. So again, just place your little wet pearl of acrylic down. Makes it nice and wet, gives you something to go ahead and lay that glitter in. Just gonna kind of smear it around. Not gonna really think too much about it, just kind of randomly place it. Kind of taper it through. Put it down there, kind of surround it. Let's see, I'm gonna wipe off a little of the excess up here, a little more than I wanted. A little more silver. I think I'm happy with it. Again, we can kind of see the white in the background from the airbrushing. We're gonna go ahead and cap in our clear now and get our strength. Okay, let's grab ourselves a large pearl of clear and cap this puppy. Place it down, walk it to the cuticle area. We're gonna start walking it down towards that stress area where we need the bulk of the product for strength. Once I get it there, I'm gonna just lightly pull it down. That way we keep that bulk right in there where we need the strength. And we'll grab a little bit more, nice big pearl again, and finish the nail out. Placing it down all the way through. I know I need more in that little very tip part. Grab a medium-sized pearl and place it there. Walk it through. At this point, what do we need to do? We need to take a look at it from the side point of view to make sure that we have product everywhere where we need it. And as you can see, I failed big time. I definitely need more product here. So let's go ahead and grab a pearl. We're gonna plop it right there. Plop it, it's a fancy word. Okay, place it and just lightly pull it. Now don't overthink it. If it's a little bumpy, if it's a little lumpy, it doesn't matter. We're gonna electric file. As long as I have enough product to file, I'm good. I do have enough product to file now, so let me go ahead and take these forms off, shape them, and we'll get right back to you with a final look. I filed, I shaped them. I went ahead and finished the other nails out. We've swiped them clean. We're gonna go into our protein bond. Gonna go ahead and put a nice little coat over the top of them. And again, this just really helps me know that I'm not gonna have any chipping with my top coat. That over the whole surface. Gonna grab our stain resistant top coat. Okay, put a nice layer over the top. We can really start to see the bling coming out. Make sure we coat it nicely. Move on to the next one. The whole surface. Okay, everything's done. Let's get this in our universal light for 1 minute. Again, we're gonna put it in light, 1 minute. Grab our swipe, a lint-free wipe, and remove that sticky layer.
We've got our set of nails done, and oh my God, I was just shooting these nails and I was trying to keep my eyes off of her freaking hands, and they are beautiful. Not to be creepy, but I couldn't keep my eyes off of Tracey's hands. The ombre and the glitter, especially the shape, this is gorgeous, but I really want to know, Tracey, how much?
$135.
$135. Take us through how you get to that number.
Okay, full set, 90.
Okay.
Stiletto length, shape, 20 bucks.
Okay.
You want me to explain? I'll explain. I'll rewind later. We have 2 glitters, so that's an additional $10, $5 each. And then we have a confetti, which is $5, so that gets us $135.
Okay, explain the shaping. I know you're charging a little bit more in this case. Why are you charging more for the shaping in this case?
So I always say shaping and length can be anywhere from like 10 to 20, sometimes 25, it depends what you're doing. But because of the extreme length and the extreme shape, it's gonna take you a while. This is not a 45-minute set. It's probably most techs hour and a half, 2 hours for this. So again, you gotta charge for that extra time. So therefore it's 20 bucks.
Totally makes sense to me, and I can tell you the shape of these nails, I haven't seen Tracey do extreme stilettos like this. They're absolutely stunning. Like, this is really a beautiful set of nails, and I was just telling Tracey a minute ago, I'm like, you should wear this shape that you just put on yourself because it makes your hands look unbelievably beautiful. You should wear these nails, Trace. I don't know why you don't wear extreme stilettos. Not that...
pay for all the shirts I poke holes in.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But regardless of that, don't base your decision off of what I would do. Wear the nails because they're beautiful, Trace. And with that, we'll see you next time on How Much.